Beloved soul traveler, if you've been sensing a shimmer in the unseen, a sudden stillness before change, or a whisper in the chambers of your mind, it is not your imagination. You are standing before a cosmic threshold, and tonight the sky itself opens a sacred gate. This is no ordinary lunar event. The new moon in Gemini on May 26th is a living portal, a spiraling vortex of thought, truth, and soul awakening insight. And whether you are ready or not, its currents are already moving through you. You may have felt it as a sudden clarity in your speech, a flash of realization in your dreams, or a hunger to write, to learn, to connect. That is the Gemini wind, not just brushing against your skin, but stirring your consciousness at its roots. This moment is both invitation and initiation, a divine alignment of Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto forms a sacred geometry in the heavens, activating your mind, awakening your intuition, and amplifying your power to create through language, intention, and thought. The veil is lifting. The energy is accelerating. And what you choose in the next 48 hours will not merely echo for days, but ripple across the months to come. So breathe with me gently. We are about to enter the mystery. In this video, I will guide you through the 7 essential truths you must know to fully harness this portal, not just with your mind, but with your spirit, your breath, your sacred voice. These truths are not instructions. They are invitations. Invitations to awaken, to remember, and to rewire the story of your becoming. The gateway is open, dear one. Now let us walk through it together. This Gemini new moon is not an ordinary cycle. This is not just another flicker of darkness on the lunar calendar. The new moon in Gemini is not here to simply mark time. It is here to reshape it. This is a living portal, a cosmic doorway where currents of divine intelligence pour into the atmosphere, not only above us, but within us. Right now, celestial streams are flowing directly into your nervous system, your thoughts, your voice, and the subtle matrix of your emotions. You may not have words for it, and that's perfectly fine. But somewhere inside you, a shift is already taking place. Perhaps you've noticed it. A sudden lightness in the mind, ideas moving faster, more freely, words forming with a clarity you hadn't felt in weeks. You may find yourself remembering things long buried or speaking truths that feel surprisingly natural. This is not a coincidence. It is a sign that the portal has already begun working through you. Gemini is the sign of the messenger, the translator between realms, and when the moon is new in this air sign, it doesn't just plant seeds. It delivers sacred codes, codes of thought, of expression, of connection. You're not merely thinking differently. You're being thought through by the cosmos itself. Your consciousness is undergoing an attunement, like a radio being finely tuned to a frequency you've always longed to hear, but couldn't quite reach until now. This portal is not something you visit. It is something that moves through you. You are the vessel. You are the antenna. And in this moment, you are more receptive than ever before. The air around you may seem lighter charged. The ordinary may shimmer with hidden meaning. That is the Gemini magic revealing the invisible through the everyday. And when the moon is dark in Gemini, it asks you to listen not with your ears, but with your whole awareness. So if you've been feeling a bit different lately, not broken, not lost, but opened, know this: you are tuning to the winds of this lunar gate. You are becoming the bridge between what was and what could be. Trust it, and let the wisdom begin to whisper through you. Mercury is home, and your mind is being rewritten. At the very heart of this new moon stands Mercury, the celestial scribe, sitting powerfully in its home sign of Gemini. This is no ordinary placement. This is alignment, pure, focused, electric. The mind of the cosmos is speaking directly through your inner voice, and its message is clear. It's time to rewire what you believe is possible. Mercury governs not only your thoughts, but how you learn how you speak, how you name the world. And when Mercury fuses with the moon in its sacred temple of Gemini, a mental liberation begins soft at first, like a breeze whispering through old walls, then stronger, then undeniable. You may have already begun to feel it, like your brain is being defragmented, cleared of the old, outdated loops of fear and limitation. The beliefs that once told you I can't, or I'm not ready, or that's not for me, they are cracking, dissolving, losing power. In their place, new thoughts rise, ones that feel oddly familiar and deeply true. This is not inspiration. This is remembering. It is not your imagination that ideas are flowing faster, that your speech feels freer, that your ability to connect, teach right, or even just think more clearly has amplified. This is the Mercury-Moon fusion in motion, rewriting your mental operating system, while you sleep, while you breathe, while you simply are. But this upgrade is not passive. It responds to your willingness, your openness, your courage to surrender the old mental armor and allow the winds of Gemini to brush the inner walls of your psyche clean. Do not resist it. Resistance will only make the shift feel chaotic. Instead, invite it. Say aloud, I welcome the new language of my soul. I welcome the rewiring of my mind, because that is what this is, not a breakdown, but a breakthrough. And it's only just beginning. The hidden triangle, a sacred geometry of transformation. There is a map being drawn in the sky, traced not with ink, but with light. Beneath the shimmer of the Gemini New Moon lies a pattern so harmonious, so quietly potent, that few notice it, and yet it is shaping everything. A trine, a triangle, a holy geometry formed between the moon Mercury and three of the most powerful archetypes in the heavens, Pluto, Neptune, and Saturn. This is not coincidence. This is divine architecture. In one corner, we find Pluto, the alchemist of the soul, whispering of death and rebirth, of cycles ending so new power may rise. In another, Neptune, the dreamweaver, dissolving illusions and lifting the veil to reveal the deeper truth beneath the surface. And at the third point, Saturn, the master of time, offering form, discipline, and the structure needed to make spirit real. Together, these three form a triangle of alchemy, dream, and manifestation, all flowing through the Gemini portal. And what does this mean for you, dear one? It means that the thoughts you are having right now, the ideas bubbling to the surface, the clarity whispering through your inner knowing, they are not fleeting. They are foundations for lasting transformation. They are being blessed not just with insight, but with power, with vision, and with the sacred scaffolding to bring them into life. You are not just imagining a new future. You are building it thought by thought, word by word, choice by choice. And this triangle is stabilizing the portal so that what you choose to birth in these next few days doesn't fade like mist, but solidifies like stone. Let yourself feel this. Let yourself trust that the universe is not only showing you the dream, but offering you the bricks, the blueprint, and the inner stamina to make it real. This is rare. This is sacred. And this geometry of grace will not return in this form for many moons. So be mindful of what arises. Treat your thoughts like sacred seeds. You are casting spells not with wands, but with language, with clarity, with the soft and certain breath of your own intention. And the heavens, oh beloved, the heavens are listening. Dreams are becoming sacred messengers. Have your dreams grown louder, more vivid, as if they are not just stories of the night, but messages etched in moonlight? This is no accident. The sacred dance between the Gemini New Moon, Mercury the messenger, and Neptune the mystic is activating the gateway of your subconscious mind. And through it, dreams are no longer just subconscious echoes. They are becoming soul transmissions. The veil between waking and sleeping is dissolving, and your dream state is now a fertile field, rich with revelation, with guidance, with divine intelligence, woven into every symbol and scene. Perhaps you've awakened recently with a strange feeling you couldn't shake. A name, a place, a vision that lingered like incense on the edge of memory. Perhaps you've dreamt of someone from your past, or someone you've not yet met. These are not just dreams. They are visitations. The universe is speaking to you in a language older than words, softer than thought. It is reminding you of what your waking mind has forgotten. And now more than ever, you are ready to receive. Mercury, ruler of thought, is not just influencing your conscious mind. It is stirring your deeper waters. And Neptune, guardian of the mystical, is amplifying the spiritual frequencies that flow through sleep, making your nights luminous with meaning. Together, they turn your resting hours into sacred communion. This is a time to become a dream keeper. Place a journal beside your bed. Write what you remember the moment you wake, even if it's just a word, a feeling, a fragment of light. Do not dismiss the symbols, even the strange ones. They are often the most profound. Through them, your higher self is reaching through the veil, offering maps, insights, and sometimes even glimpses of timelines your soul is preparing to walk. Some have even begun to experience shared dreamscapes, meeting others dreaming the same symbols, walking through the same realms. This is not fantasy. It is the collective unconscious stirring, expanding, aligning. As this portal opens wider, you may find yourself dreaming, not only for yourself, but for others too. You become an oracle in the realm of sleep. Trust this. During this new moon, your dreams are not passive. They are active tools of transformation. They are invitations into deeper purpose and whispers from the divine, reminding you that you are more than you appear. The next time you close your eyes, do so with reverence. Jupiter is amplifying everything, and that is both a gift and a test. There is a celestial giant now casting its light across this portal. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, and truth. And it is not a passive observer. It is magnifying everything that this new moon touches. In Gemini, Jupiter does not whisper. It multiplies. It does not gently influence. It amplifies. Every thought, every word, every desire you entertain during this time is infused with Jupiter's blessing or its warning. Because Jupiter does not judge what it expands. It simply responds to your focus. This is why your awareness now is sacred. If you speak with doubt, that doubt will grow louder. If you dwell on fear, that fear will deepen its roots. But if you choose wonder, if you speak with clarity, if you hold a vision of possibility, Jupiter will wrap its golden arms around those seeds and help them bloom into realities larger than you ever imagined. This is the dual gift of Gemini and Jupiter combined. Ideas that would normally take months to manifest now arrive swiftly, but only if your energy is clear and your intention is steady. Otherwise, you risk becoming scattered, pulled in 1,000 directions, overwhelmed by information choices and mental noise. The same wind that can carry your prayers can also scatter your focus if you're not grounded. So take pause. What are you feeding with your thoughts right now? Are you nurturing dreams or doubts? Are you focusing your energy with devotion or allowing it to leak through distractions and self-criticism? Remember, Jupiter's magnifying glass is now pressed against your mind. What you believe, what you say, what you consume, it all grows. This is why your mental discipline in the next 48 hours is not just helpful, it is vital. This moment calls not for perfection, but for presence. For choosing again and again the thoughts that align with your higher self. For speaking life even in moments of uncertainty. for trusting that what you water with word, with focus, with devotion, will rise. Let Jupiter be your ally, not your saboteur. Let your mind be a sacred vessel, not a battleground. You are not meant to chase every idea. You are meant to channel the ones that call your soul. And in this magnified light, choose wisely, for the universe is listening. Your words are spells. Speak as if the universe is listening, because there is ancient wisdom woven into every sacred tradition, that words are not merely sounds, they are spells. And during this Gemini new moon with Mercury, the guardian of language sitting in its throne, this truth becomes not just symbolic but literal. Right now your voice carries more power than usual. Not just the words you speak aloud, but the ones whispered in your thoughts, the ones you write text mutter under your breath. Each one is infused with energetic charge, a blueprint the universe hears and responds to. This is the hidden magic of Gemini. When the moon is new in this sign, and Mercury stands beside her words, become wands, every sentence becomes a brushstroke upon the canvas of your reality. What you affirm, you call closer. What you repeat, you reinforce. What you declare, you begin to embody. So I ask you, beloved soul, what stories are you telling about yourself? And are they sacred? That offhand comment about always being tired is heard as an invitation. That joke about being unlucky in love is received as a prayer. That quiet aching thought of it'll never be enough, it echoes louder than you think. And under this sky, where the veils are thin and the currents are sharp, those words shape the field around you. But here too is your liberation. You are not a prisoner of your past stories. You are a weaver, a rewriter, a living oracle. And in this moment you can choose to speak a new world into being. Declare your truth. Whisper your becoming. Write it, sing it. Speak it beneath the stars. Say, I am not who I was. I am who I am becoming. I speak with clarity, and the world responds with grace. My voice carries the vibration of healing for myself and for others. Speak these things not as if you wish they were true, but as if they already are. Because in the quantum field of this Gemini portal, they are. The act of speaking is an act of anchoring. So guard your language, not with fear but with sacred reverence. And remember, silence too can be a prayer. Choose your words like seeds. Let your conversations be spells. Let your thoughts become holy soil. Feeling pulled in many directions is not chaos. It's the sacred dance of duality. If you feel torn between speaking up and staying silent, between leaping into the unknown and holding on to what's safe, know this: you are not lost. You are simply tuned to the energy of Gemini, the sign of the sacred twins. The paradox lives in you, and that is a blessing. Gemini teaches not through clarity, but through contrast. It asks you to hold the light and the shadow, the old and the new, the bold and the gentle all at once. And during this new moon, the internal tension you feel is not confusion. It is expansion. It is your soul stretching its arms across two truths and realizing both belong. You may want to change everything and yet feel paralyzed. You may crave connection, but also long for solitude. One part of you is dreaming, while the other is building. One is visioning, the other is resting. Let them coexist. Let them speak to each other. Let your duality become dialogue, not division. The magic of this moment is not in choosing either or, but in discovering the sacred third path. The one where paradox is not a problem, but a portal. The one where you don't have to silence one voice in order to hear the other. You just have to listen with more compassion. This is how wisdom forms, not in rejecting parts of yourself, but in integrating them. Let this be your reminder. You are not a contradiction. You are a constellation. Sacred practices to anchor the portal's energy. Now that the portal is open and the truths have been revealed, how do you embody what has been awakened? You don't need elaborate ceremonies or perfect conditions. What you need is presence, intention, and the courage to meet the sacred in the simple. Below are the soul practices I invite you to explore during the next 48 hours when the energy is at its peak. 1. Silence as a doorway. Begin with stillness. Sit in complete darkness for a few minutes. No phone, no candle, no sound. Let your senses reset. Let the mind unravel. Let the soul speak. In this emptiness, the downloads arrive. Insight cannot land in a cluttered field. Make space. 2. Dream work as divine dialogue. Place a journal near your bed. When you wake, even if it's just fragments or symbols, write them down. These are not meaningless images. They are spirit-guided metaphors encoded with personal prophecy. Pay special attention to dreams around communication, learning, and reunions. 3. Set your intentions in the present tense. Write them clearly and speak them aloud. Not I want to, but I am now. Because the universe is tuning into your certainty, not your doubt. Let your voice become the ink that writes your future into form. 4. Craft a personal ritual. Light a candle. Burn herbs sacred to Mercury and Gemini, mint, lavender, lemon balm. Place feathers, quills, or symbols of air beside you. Let this space be your temple. Speak, listen, feel. 5. Ground with Saturn's wisdom. Take one idea, just one, and bring it into structure. Plan. Choose a start date. Break it into steps. Honor the dream by giving it a spine. This is the gift of Saturn, to turn the ephemeral into the eternal. Remember, magic is not only in the stars, it is in how you show up to meet them. Let your rituals be your reply to the universe's invitation. And now, beloved soul, as we gently close this circle of insight and intention, take a moment to place your hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm of your own becoming. You have just journeyed through a sacred portal, not only in the skies, but within yourself. And whether you fully realize it or not, something inside you has already shifted. You are not who you were 10 minutes ago. You are not even who you were yesterday. You are a soul in motion, remembering, reweaving, rebirthing. This Gemini New Moon has stirred the winds of your spirit, activating not just thoughts and dreams, but your power to choose, to speak, to write, to declare, to become. So as you move through the next 48 hours, carry this knowing with you like a hidden talisman. You are not at the mercy of the energies, you are in relationship with them. Every word you speak, every breath you take, every page you write is a spell cast into the living field of the cosmos. Be intentional, be gentle, be clear, and above all, be kind to yourself. The path of awakening is not about getting it right. It is about returning to truth again and again with love. If this message stirred something within you, leave a whisper in the comments. Share this with your soul family, and let others remember too. You'll be here beneath the stars, holding space for your next unfolding.